So today I'm going to show you guys how to install ambient lighting to your car. Doesn't matter what car you have, you can install ambient lighting to your car. And I'll show you just how easy it is to do. So today I'm going to show you how to install these scuff plate lights that I bought off AliExpress. And they're actually very good quality, and I'll give you guys a close-up a little bit later. But first I need to dismantle my dash. And then I'll show you guys how I ran the wiring in order to get these things to the door sills. Right, so I've got my dash in pieces, and what I did, and what you can do as well, because there are some switches down here that are fed with light, ambient light from the car. Just see, where would they be? Yeah, here they are. So these are the switches that plug into this plug here. And these switches light up when you turn on the headlights at night. So what I did is I just spliced into, that is my ground wire. And my ground wire, I've just ground here to a bolt. And then what I did is I ran the live from this brown wire, because this brown wire feeds that plug with light. Or with power to light up the buttons. So I ran a main loom up to here, and then on the other side of this plug, and you can buy these plugs on AliExpress, and you can make these plugs up yourself and connect as many wires as you want. And I had 8 wires on the other end connected with both positive and negative. So I bought these little plugs also on AliExpress, and you can get them on eBay and Amazon as well, so that if I want to add any more ambient light to the car, I can do that. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be connecting 2 wires up to these, and these will be the wires that are going to lead to my door sills. So that when I turn on the headlights, or when I open the car and the headlights turn on, the scuff plates are going to light up and illuminate, and they will be illuminated all the time while the headlights are on as well. If you want to hook up any ambient lighting in your car, it doesn't matter what car you drive, just find a plug that is supplying light to anything in your car. Now obviously this is part of the AC controls, and it's one whole unit, so you can't hook up anything to anything here, even though these buttons do light up when you turn on the headlights. But this is why I looked for a button in the center console that is getting light. If you don't have any buttons down here, you could use your center console up here, which I did on my Jaguar XFR as well as my Jaguar XF260. So you could use the wire that's feeding light to light up these buttons in your overhead console, and then run the main cable from there all the way down into your, maybe down close to your fuse box somewhere, and then have your splitter out from there, splitting a whole bunch of wires up to wherever you want your ambient lighting. This is the scuff plate that's going to light up. Here is the cable that comes from it, and then they supply you a little plug with an extension piece of wire which just has 2 bare ends at the end, and one wire is black, one is red. Black would be your ground and red would be your live. And this is the principle that I followed throughout wiring all my cables up here, and that's why I always suggest, when you are making up a loom for your car, make sure that you always use red for live. Here you can see even my little red plugs, they have a black and a red wire, so red is for live and black is for ground. And what I've done over here is I've connected their plug to my extension wire over here, and I have a red and a black wire, and that will lead underneath here and through there and on the other end I've got one of these little plugs on this wire, which is going to plug into one of the sockets of my main loom that I created. I've actually got the scuff plate down here, and what I did is I took this cover, which sits over here. I took that cover off, and what you do, how to get it off, is pull from this side over here. Don't pull from this side, pull from that side, and then it'll come off pretty easily. One of the little clips has stayed behind there. That's fine, it's not a problem. This one actually stayed in the hole over there, but using a trim tool like this, you can quite easily get it out. And I just slotted it back in there so that when I put it back, everything goes back nicely. But there's basically a clip on that side that goes in at that angle, and then there's a clip at a different angle on this side, which goes in over there. I've plugged it in, I've run my cable all underneath the carpet, behind the carpet, and behind this plate over here, this cover over here. So here is my wire sticking out over here, and I've plugged it in, and all I'm going to do is just run the excess back this way and then try and get it in behind the carpet over there. That's the best place to put it because there's sound deadening over there, and it'll stop the wire from rattling around. I've got everything tucked in, and the only thing that concerns me is the rubber doesn't exactly want to come down very nicely over here because of my cable running up and through here, and of course adding this black tape doesn't help. Makes matters a little bit worse. But anyway, let's see if we can get this thing lined up, and I've just got to line it up with these two holes over here. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a tight fit on this side. But you've just got to keep finessing it and working it. I think we've got it buttoned down pretty good. Then, if we open up, this is what we are greeted with now. So we have the Ford logo over there, and everything is lit up quite nicely. And now that matches the footwell lights that I have in there, as well as the lights I have under the seats. So just close the door again, just go around to the driver's side, show you what it looks like there. And yes, my light's on. Now, unfortunately, it's a little bit light on this side. Now, you are going to see the cable, unfortunately. It's just one of those things. And we'll see just how waterproof this stuff is as time goes by, because I do wash my car quite often. But on the whole, I think it's a very, very nice addition to the car. And it really lends a bit of upmarket appeal to one's car. And you don't have to have a Ford to have this. I'll put a link in the description. They sell many different brands, and if you hook up your ambient light wires like I showed you at the beginning of my video, and you run a loom down to wherever you need the power, you can actually get these for Chevrolet, Ford, Jaguar, Range Rover. They've got so many brands, Mazda, you name them, they've got them all. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and if you like this video, give it a like down below, and see you next time. Cheers.